Hey folks, I'm back in town and I can finally get to the game review for the 3-2 loss in OT to the Colorado Avalanche. And there's a lot of disappointment that comes from that game, but there was a lot of positives to take away from it too, which is why while I was disappointed, I was also I wouldn't say happy, but okay. Um, we'll see if I get copyright claimed for having a Coulter Wall play in the background here, but uh, I hopefully I don't, and hopefully you like it. I don't know if you can hear it so well. I'll find out as I record. Um, but anyways, I'm actually going to be back down in Southern Alberta this weekend. Hopefully, I can take my set with me for the Oilers weekend games as well, so that I can record there instead of wait till I get back. But anyways, here we are. Let's talk about the game first, and then we'll get into thoughts. So, first period comes around. Uh, Colorado gets on the board first after a lot of back and forth. 10 minutes and 40 seconds in, it's Sean Walker, his seventh goal of the year. His first goal with Colorado. He was assisted by Jack Johnson and Arturi Lehkonen. And then 5 minutes later, the Avs get a power play opportunity after Nugent Hopkins is called for hooking, but the Oilers kill that, and the period ends with Edmonton outshooting Colorado 10-7. So it was a good period for Edmonton besides that goal, but Colorado as well. You can see there's so much back and forth as both teams are trying to play a bend don't break defense because they know both teams are extremely capable of just dominating the play and the offense and being able to turn any mistake into a goal. So while there's a lot of shots that happens, there's close to 80 shots that happens by the end of the game. I would say the defense did all right because I think the point was you can shoot as much as you want. We'll let you, but if you come within 10 feet, you better be ready to get six bruises or else you're not getting here. So, second period comes around and the Oilers get a power play opportunity 30 seconds into the second period with Mikko Rantanen going off for slashing, but that is killed by the Colorado Avalanche. And then 4 minutes in, Nugent Hopkins gets a second penalty. It's interference. However, it was on a breakaway. So Druin gets a chance for a penalty shot, which Skinner saves. And then at the end of the second period, there is a fight between Josh Manson and Vinny Desharnais. Both are really big boys and can really send some punches. It wasn't as entertaining. There wasn't as many punches as you would expect from these two big men. But there was a lot of tugging and throwing, and Hunter Ryan Singh, come on, man. I don't remember him saying a thing during the fight, and I was like, dude, you're the commentator. Say something, please. I like Singh. He seems like a super nice guy, but oh, dude, man, it just feels like this would have been an amazing game to have Jack Michaels comment. Every game is amazing to have Jack Michaels commenting, but this one, dang it. Anyways, anyways, that period ends. Colorado does get a strong favor in shots during that period, 16-9, but the score remains 1-0. Third period comes around, and at the 5-minute 46 second mark, Edmonton ties it up. It's Warren Foegele, his 16th goal of the year, and he's assisted by Evan Bouchard. And then 6 minutes later, Edmonton takes the lead. It's Sam Carrick, his ninth goal of the year, first with the Oilers, and he's assisted by Matthias Janmark and Corey Perry. And it's the 2-1 game Edmonton. And there was, I think, maybe a few people got a little cocky, like, we're going to beat the Avs. I don't think that was the case. I don't think the Oilers got cocky. They knew who they were playing. They're like, it's only a 1-goal lead on the Colorado Avalanche. I don't think they got cocky. And whether they did or didn't really matter because Colorado does tie up 3 minutes later. It's Sean Walker again. He has a 2-goal game. I think it's the first time in his career, 8th goal of the year, and he's assisted by Casey Middlestat and Jonathan Druin. It's a 2-ball game, and that's how the third period ends. Shots were 17-11 in favor of Colorado. Overtime comes around, and the Edmonton Oilers do pretty good in terms of controlling play. They get 4 shots to Colorado's 2 shots, but Colorado gets their third shot with half a second less in the third period. And the reason I mention it this way is because that third shot goes in. It's our Terry Lehkonen, his 12th goal of the year. He's assisted by McKinnon and McCarr, and the Colorado Avalanche win it in overtime with half a second left in overtime, 3-2-2. It's worth noting that Nuge did have a breakaway earlier in the OT. I do know some fans were a little mad that he didn't score on it, but Georgiev played it well. I don't think we can expect Nuge to do like the super awesome McDavid move, so I wasn't going to get mad at him, but it is a little disappointing. So again, when you lose to a team, there is some disappointment, and there is a lot of thoughts about what could have been when you lose an OT, but there are some positives. Let's get to the overall stats first. So shots were 43-34 in favor of Colorado. They dominated in terms of shots. Hits 39-30 in favor of Edmonton. Edmonton dominated on the faceoff circle, 63.3%, but they had a lot of turnovers, which is why Colorado was able to get a lot of shots. McCarr is very good. A lot of the team is very good at getting takeaways, and McCarr is probably one of the best among defensemen, and among the best in the league, which is just incredible because, again, defensemen are usually in the back, so they're not getting so many. But he gets a ton. Both teams were 0 for 1 on the power play. Skinner was incredible. He was 40 for 43. Georgiev was also incredible, 32 for 34. I had a little hope that, Georgiev, he's a good goalie. He can certainly have a really good game against us, but chances are he hasn't been really good, so we might have the edge, and he was really good tonight. And do you know why? It's because he was a Russian goalie. Every time. Anyways, so 3 stars. I gave the first of the Oilers. I'm not including Avs in these 3 stars because obviously there'd be more Avs in this. But my first Oilers star was Stuart Skinner, obviously for reasons mentioned. He had a .930 save percentage, 40 saves on the night. Second star was Foegele, 1 goal, 2 hits, and decent analytics. Third star, I decided to go with Evan Bouchard. He had assist, 4 blocks, 8 shots on goal, and very strong analytics, as well as a ton of minutes on ice. So the fact that the Oilers were able to control the game pretty well against the Colorado Avalanche for while he was on the ice for, I think, how many even strength? I didn't write his even strength minutes down, but he played over 26 minutes. So yeah, it was a really great play from Bouchard, and you can see it too. I will give honorable mentions to Draisaitl, who was 14 for 21 in the faceoff circle. Sam Carrick, obviously, for having a goal. And Ekholm, who had some very good defensive play. He shut down some chances that the Avs had that probably would have... I was going to say probably would have went in, but Skinner had such a good game they might not have. Skinner has had an incredible month. I have been tracking how many times the guy gets first star, second star, third star, and give points in that way, and Skinner is now in the lead in that regard for this month, overtaking Hyman, who has been has been a first star 3 times. Skinner has been a first star 3 times as well, but it was also a second star once. You could look at his stats. He's just been amazing this month, and that's one of the takeaways. My takeaway from this game is I figure if there is notably more positive from a game than a negative, it's okay, even if you lose. I mean, I wouldn't say it's always okay. If it's in the playoffs, it doesn't matter, win or lose. There is no positive or negative. It's did you win or lose? But in the regular season, when you're in a playoff spot, I think this was an okay one to lose because, one, you still got a point out of it, even though it does make the game more disappointing. But also, this game told me that the Oilers could go 7 games with the Colorado Avalanche. And with the way the Avs are playing right now, they are one of the best teams in the league. If you do your little power rankings and Colorado's not in your top 5 for the last couple weeks, you might need to watch a bit more Avs hockey. And if the Oilers aren't in your top 10, you should probably watch me more or the Oilers more. But my point is, that was my main takeaway. The Oilers didn't win in the end, but I felt like if we met in the playoffs, we would you never know, so we could get swept, but I'm just saying, I don't think we'd get swept. I think we can go 7 games with them. That was the first game against the Avs this season. There will be 2 more, but in the meantime, Edmonton plays the Montreal Canadiens tomorrow night at 6 p.m. That's it for me for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like if you think I've earned it. Leave your thoughts down below about how the game went, how you think Edmonton's doing, Colorado's doing, and I will see you when I see you. Maybe you have your notifications on so you'll see me sooner. But until then, goodbye for now, and thank you.